Welcome dear student for the part 2 of our geography lesson maps. In previous part we have discussed about what is meant by maps. Then we have discussed about what type of different types of maps like political map, then physical map, then topographical or thematic map. Okay, so these different topics we have discussed and what are the differences between these type of maps. Okay, we continue the same topic of our discussion. Today we will be discussing parts of a map. Okay, there are certain parts of the map that are important to study while studying or reading a map. So there are certainly majorly 5 major parts of a map. The title. First one is the title of the map. So if you look at any map or if you see a map, what is one thing is very important, that is title of the map. On what topic the map is, that is the title of the map. For example, India political. So that will be the topic of, this can be called as the title of that particular map. Okay, or India climate. So this is the what? The title. It means on what the map is related. On what the map is related is mentioned in the title of the map. Okay, the title is important. As soon as you read the title, so you should get idea what is there in the map. For that reason, the title is important. So how should be the title? Title should be very brief. It should not be a longer one. For example, India political. So how many words are there? Only 2 words. And but these 2 words are very important, isn't it? Both the words are important. From these 2 words we are getting information on what the map is related. So map India political. India is important because it is of India. And what is the another word? Political. So the map is telling information about India political scenario, political situation. Okay, this is the title. Then compass rose. So this is also important part of the map. Compass rose, it shows directions. Because you should know what is on what direction. For example, if you look at the map of India, you should know which is the which direction. Until you don't know the direction, how you will know the exact place of the that particular area. So exact position, if you want to know, you should know the compass. You should know the directions. And how directions are shown on the map? If you come to know the first one direction, so it is very easy to know all other directions, isn't it? Once you know this is north, so what can you know after this? You can know that opposite of north will be south, and you can guess east and west also. So that is also important part of the map. So if you have carefully observed, so there is one arrow and on above it written N. What it indicate? This side of the map is north. So that is also important. Then map key or legend, that is also important. Legends means, for example, if you want to show a state highway, so legend is important, map key is important. What is important? Map key or legend. How? Because it will tell you, for example, the map, whatever is shown on the map, the symbols that are used on the map, it has also a meaning. So you cannot draw anything on the map. You should know first what is the importance of what. Okay, for example, if you want to show a state highway is the highway that is running in a state. So if you want to show state highway, so what you can do, you have to use a particular type of line only. Okay, particular type of line is only used. So it indicates that this is legend or it is important. So why it is important? Because there should not be confusion. It should not make a confusion in the mind of the reader. So it should be clear. That's why legend is important, the key factor. That is the key factor of the map. So legend is generally written on this right side corner. Okay, for example, you must have seen a dot, a circle. In that circle, there will be a dot or a dot. It indicates the state capital or national capital. So that is also important. So always we can't write the words. Always we can't write words, so we have to use symbols. And one symbol can be useful for whole map. So that is also important part of it. Then scale. The scale, what is the scale? Suppose if you want to know the distance between two cities. Suppose Mumbai, Chennai, you want to know the distance. So exact distance is converted into scale. For example, we suppose there are two cities. Okay, Mumbai, Pune. So the distance, it is example, it is not exact distance. The distance between two is 100 kilometer. 100 kilometer. So if you want to show the same thing on the map, we can't show same distance, isn't it? So what we can do convert into scale. How we can convert it into scale? We can convert it into like 1 centimeter on the map is equal to 10 kilometer on real map or real distance. Again I will explain. For example, the distance between two cities, how much? 100 kilometer. But if you want to convert into scale, you have to convert it into scale first. So how can we convert it into scale? We can convert 1 centimeter of the map. The distance 1 centimeter is equal to 10 kilometer. This can be converted. It depends on the size of the map. Suppose if the continent, if you want to show a continent, so you cannot take this much shorter scale. You have to take a larger scale. So that is also a part that we will be discussing more in detail in our next video. For that only I have kept that one aside. Then scale I have told you, longitude and latitude lines, that is grid system. If you look at the globe or map, so there will be vertical lines and horizontal lines, both the lines, and it has a meaning. It indicates exact place of a particular area, exact location of the area. For that important, that is for this reason that is important. Then next very important part of a map is symbols. So symbols are the important on a map. So like here are some symbols that are given in your textbook. So railway lines. Railway lines, if you want to know about the railway tracks in a particular country or particular state. So what you can do, you can take help of these symbols. These symbols are useful. For example, railway lines can be shown differently. Railway line is shown differently. For example, the first one is broad gauge. Broad gauge means the distance between track, or that is broad gauge. Sometimes it is meter gauge and railway station. These are the three important symbols if you want to study about railway lines. Broad gauge is, this symbol is used for broad gauge. In some areas we have broad gauges. We have broad gauge. In some area we have meter gauge. Okay, some areas the railway track or railway runs on meter gauge. So broad gauge is shown this way, meter gauge is shown this way. And if you want to show a particular station, railway station on a map, how can you show a railway station on a map? This type of line and this type of symbol is used to show railway station. So many railway stations are there in our country, isn't it? So how, if you want to show a railway station on the track, how can you show the railway station? You can show the railway station this way. Okay, next one is roads. Roads are like metal roads and unmetal roads. If you want to show metal roads, this symbol is used. And unmetal roads, they are this type of symbols. Okay, so these two way of showing roads. Then boundaries. If you want to show the boundaries of different boundaries are there. International boundaries. This symbol. How is it is? A line, then dot. Line, dot. Isn't it? Okay, so but there you can find difference here. What difference you can see? The size of this international boundary is larger, isn't it? The international boundary is larger. The lines are different. You can see the lines are different, dots are different. It indicates international boundaries are indicated by this way, state boundaries are indicated by this way, and district boundaries are indicated by this way. Suppose you are seeing a map of Maharashtra and there are different number of, we can say, districts. So if you want to show a boundary of particular district, so what line you can use? This line you can use. If you want to show a country's map, so if you take example of India and you want to show different states, this type of lines you have to use because it indicating state. And if you are showing different countries like India, Pakistan, so what line you can use? This type of line you can use. Then next one is if you want to show the symbol of river. River symbol is like this. Well, then tank, then canal, and then bridge. Bridge symbol is given here. Temple, this is temple. Then church, mosque, and Chhatri. Chhatri is a Parsi temple. So you can see the differences. Temple is shown this way. Then here is church. Church is shown with the cross. Then here is mosque. Then some of the symbols that are done like PO. What can be the meaning of this PO? Post office. PTO. Post and Telegraph Office. Post and Telegraph Office. PS. PS stands for police station. Then settlements. Settlements means where the peoples are living. It may be a village, it may be a city, it may be a part of living. Then graveyard. Graveyard is the place where the people are buried. Then trees. Trees are shown. It can be shown like this. Grass, if you want to show, grass can be shown this way. More symbols I have shown here, like deciduous trees, woods. Rocks are shown with this symbol. Different symbols. For more information, I have mentioned here. Okay, this is for your additional information. So these symbols are important on the map. Each symbol has particular meaning. Okay, and symbols are helpful for the people who don't know the language also, and the illiterate people also, they can identify the symbols. Okay, then next one is directions. So directions are important on a map. So if you want to divide the direction, they are divided into 2 points or 2 groups. Cardinal points. Cardinal points means main directions. Which are these main directions? North, south, east and west. These 4 directions, main directions, are called as cardinal points. And then intermediate directions. Intermediate directions, the directions which are between 2 main directions. The directions which are between 2 major directions or main directions or cardinal points, these are known intermediate directions. For example, the north-east. So where north-east can be there? Between north and east. The area between these 2 directions, between these 2 zones, is known as north-east, and that is intermediate directions. Okay. Next, so here is one activity that you have to do as a homework. What is the activity? Page number 27 of your textbook. The activity is given. You can refer to that activity. What is the activity? Here is one map given. You have to answer these questions. Like, in which direction is the river flowing? So what you will be doing? You will be trying to get the answers of these questions that are mentioned on your page number 27 of the textbook. So, in which direction is river flowing? Here is river. You have to tell which direction is the river. What kind of roads passes by the side of the river? Here, Dhumri. Dhumri is the name of a village. Here is Dhumri. Then you try to find out the answer of these questions and write down on your notebook or page. Okay, so this was all about this. Then we have one video that I'll be sharing with you. Of course, we have discussed these points for the revision sake. I have given mention here. So directions are given north, northeast. Here is north and here is east. Between these two, northeast, east, south, southeast. Okay. Sub directions and directions are mentioned here. So with examples they have given. This is a north. It indicates always north direction. It is indicating north direction, as I already told you. So here are certain examples. Okay. So on north of this area, if you look at the image, what is there on north? Lighthouse. Northeast there is one fort. To east you have. So each direction and sub direction there are different things. So what are those? It will be useful for you to know exact place or directions on the map. From the picture given, we can identify following direction. The clock, the tower is on the north. This tower is on north direction. Then house is to the south. Then tree is to west. Then lake is to east of this place. Mountain is to northwest. Then the well is to southwest. Then street lamp is to southeast. Then fort is on northeast. So we can easily guess north, south, east and west. So direction that were different to guess where northwest, southwest, southeast and northeast, these sub directions. So you can see the compass. We can study and identify the directions and sub direction with the help of compass rose. You can see the compass rose is given here. It indicates north. Now it indicating south, east, west. And then sub zones, sub directions are mentioned now. So north, east, northwest, you can see. Direction always parallel to the ground. That is why a map must always be aligned to the local directions. Okay, so that will be helpful to read the map. It makes easier to understand the map and the region if you know the directions. Next one. Places on our surroundings are often located at some distance from one another. So here is one example. You can see the places are large. So this is for your more information here. Okay, we can know the directions of that particular picture or any image. Okay, while drawing on a map, the distance between two places on the ground has to be shown in such a way that it fits to the paper. Okay, and then distance is measured and the scale is given. So we'll be discussing some few more points of the lesson in coming videos. Till the time you watch the videos again and again, so that if you have any confusion, so you can get it cleared. If your confusion is there, you can get it clear by reading the map and watching the video again and again. And still, if you have doubts, you can call me. Already I have shared my number with you. So, if you have doubts, you can ask me personally. Before that, you watch the video again and again, and even use the textbook whenever you are watching the video, keep textbook in front of you so that your doubts will be more clear, and along with this you keep solving the worksheets and keep reading the textbook. Take care. Thank you.